But let me tell you about the 1851 Center and what we do. But we are a public interest litigation center and legal action organization. So we're similar in terms of our tax status to somebody like the ACLU or the Buckeye Institute, but we're not a think tank in that one of the market failures in Liberty that I took note of when I came back to Ohio was that there were lots of people writing papers on what the legislature should do, on what policy should be, but almost nobody focusing on the implementation of those policies to advance liberty. So we thought we would follow Ronald Reagan's advice, which is if you can't make them see the light, make them feel the heat. So what we do is actually use the initiative and referendum and litigation to force the issue, to force a vote on a freedom issue, and to force the judge to make a decision on whether the Constitution applies to protect your rights in certain areas. So we protect property rights, we challenge illegal taxes, illegal fees, we write initiative and referendum. So we wrote the initiated statute to eliminate the Ohio estate tax, wrote the constitutional amendment, the Healthcare Freedom Amendment that passed in November, and the Workplace Freedom Amendment is currently being circulated. Also currently drafting a taxpayer bill of rights that will likely be on the ballot in 2013. Our philosophy, so that's kind of our business model, is to break down some of the barriers that keep you from being engaged. So we provide free legal services, we draft these things for free, we represent people for free, and we try to create a situation where you can get involved with your government without having to hire a lawyer for $20,000 or $30,000 just to participate. The philosophy is one of self-ownership. The notion is that you own you, nobody else owns you, and that you should be able to control your life to the maximum extent possible, subject to only the most minimal of restraints the government can place upon you in order to provide for common defense and other minimal standards. You know, Robert Nozick called it the night watchman state, and that's the kind of government we want to see. Grover Norquist says he doesn't want government to be inexistent, but wants it to be small enough that he can drown it in his bathtub. I think that we're partial to that point of view. How many of you have one of these? Anybody? Ohio Pocket Constitution? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a few of them out there. This thing, this is probably one of the best things that we've done since we started the 1851 Center, outside of all the legal action and the litigation, is to publish this. And I hold in my hand the last Ohio Pocket Constitution. So I'm going to start, you know, traditionally you should show some value first, right? Actually tell you some things you don't know, make friends with you, and then ask you for money, like pass around the plate kind of thing. But I hate to do that because then everything that I tell you seems disingenuous. So let me just put my shameless plug in very briefly at the beginning. This is the last one that I hold in my hands. All the others have been passed out. We want to get these to all of Ohio's judges, state judges, and other people in government, state legislators. So we're trying to print out 2,000 of these, and they only cost $1 to print, remarkably. You know, it's a harder binding, and it has the entire state constitution, and the updated version will have some annotations in it as well, with some comments by us. And of course, it will also include the Healthcare Freedom Amendment, which you all helped put into this Constitution this past November. So, so my shameless plug is I'm trying to raise $2,000 for this. I was up in Toledo, I got $750 in donations the last time, which was really great. So I'm trying to print off a bunch of these and get them out to people and teach them the state constitution.